Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 1378. Replace employee ID with the unique identifier. Right. So here, what the question states here, we have to write the SQL query to display the unique ID of each employees. So again, I'm telling this is important. Just listen to this one. Right. We have to write the SQL query to display the unique ID of each employee. Right. If an employee does not have an unique ID, then we have to display null instead. So if the employee does not have uh, this one unique ID, then we have to display null instead, right? So let's go with the table scheme first. So here employee table they have given. So here you can clearly see the column name, we have ID and name here. ID and name, yeah, ID and name. ID is of the integer type and name is of the varchar type, right? This is fine. So the next here is let's see here, this one, employee unique table. So in this case also you can clearly see this one, employee unique table, right? So we have ID, column name and type. For the column name we have ID and unique ID. Again, both ID and unique ID is of integer type, right? So this is fine. So the next, write a solution to show the unique ID of each user. If a user does not have a unique ID, replace just this one, does not have a unique ID, replace just show null, right? So return the result table in any order they have given. So we can return this one in any order. Order doesn't matter. So the result format is in the following example. You can clearly see in the example here. So we have employee table first. So 1, 7, 11, 90 and 3. These are the IDs which is of integer type. This is of varchar type, right? So here Alice, Bob, Mayor, Winston and Jonathan they have given. So this is fine. So employee UNI table or the unique employee unique table they have given here, right? So this one ID 3, 11 and 90. We have the unique ID for 3, 11 and 90. In this case 3, 11 and 90 means Jonathan. Here you can clearly see 3, 11 means Mayor here and the 90 is Winston. So Jonathan with the unique ID 1, Mayor with the unique ID 2, and finally Winston with the unique ID 3. So these three people we have to mention the unique ID in the output. So here you can clearly see unique ID we have here for the Mayor. For the 1 we have Jonathan, for the 3 we have Winston, for 2 we have Mayor, right? So here one more thing. So they have clearly mentioned here, if a user does not have a unique ID, replace just show null they have given. Here you can clearly see they have given null here instead. We have to show null here in this case, right? So I hope the question is completely clear, right? Here they have, in the explanation also they have given clearly, Alice and Bob do not have unique ID. We will show null instead. The unique ID of Mayor is 2, the unique ID of Winston is 3 and the unique ID of Jonathan is 1. So that's what we have discussed till now, right? I hope the question is completely clear and what we need to do, that is also completely clear. I mean how to write the query. So let's discuss the approach first and then let's write the query. So here in the first step, so employee names, we are considering the employee names from the employee table. So we will be considering the employee names from the employee table. So this is fine. So let's go step by step, right? This is the approach that we'll be going with. So let's go step by step. So we will be considering employee names from the employee table first step. Then we have to consider the unique IDs from employee UNI table. So they have given in the question clearly, right? We have employee unique or UNI table. We will be considering unique IDs from the employee UNI table. I hope this is clear. The third step here is we will be using a left join. So this is important. So here we'll be making use of the left join. Why we will be going with the left join here? To include all the employees, even those without a unique ID. So we will be going with the left join to include all the employees, even those without a unique ID, because we have to show null. If the employees does not have a unique ID, we have to show null, right? In that case, so we will be making use of the left join to include all the employees, even those without a unique ID. So let's come to the final step here. This is important. This we know. If no unique ID exists, then we have to return null in this case. So they have clearly mentioned in the question. We have discussed this one multiple times. So if no unique ID exists, then we have to return null in this case, right? I hope this is completely clear. So this is the approach that we will be going with, right? I hope the approach is completely clear. Now let's start writing the query. So first, as discussed, we will select the unique ID from the employee UNI and name from the employees. We have discussed this one in the approach. So let's articulate that one in the form of query here. So select employee UNI. I'll just give you dot. We are going with the unique ID, right? So here, in this case, I'll give unique ID, comma, and also we have to consider name from the employees. So I'll just give here in this case e dot name. This is fine. From we will be making use of the alias e here for the employee table. So from employees e we will write. So I'll just make use of the keyword from here. So employees e here. This is fine. So we will be making use of the left join here. So why we have already discussed that we will be making use of the left join. Why? Because we have to include all the employees, right? Even though if employees do not have the this one, what do we call unique ID, then also we have to mention that we have to consider those employees as well. And then if they do not have the unique ID, we have to mention null in that case, right? So we have discussed this one multiple times. So we will be performing a left join to include all the employees here. So I'll just give here left join employee UNI e UNI. So this is fine. I hope this is completely clear. Easy, right? So the final step here is we have to join the employee ID, ensuring unmatched employees get null in unique ID. Means if the employees do not have the unique ID, then we have to show null in this case. That's why we'll be joining the employee ID, making sure that unmatched employees get null in the unique ID. So I'll be making use of on here employee.id equals e UNI dot ID here. This is fine. So let me hit the run button. So here you can clearly see the sample test case is getting passed. Means the query works absolutely correct in this case. Let's see whether it passes all the test cases or not. Let me hit the submit button. So you can clearly see here all the test cases are getting passed. Means the query works absolutely correct in this case. So I hope whatever the query that we have written is completely clear. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.